Hi everybody, welcome to another YDF Live show. My name is Stephen Aitchison, creator of YourDigitalFormula.com, a program to help you become the influencer that you are. Okay, this is Friday Q&A just now, and we're getting a bit of echo and feedback. So Friday Q&A, if you don't know already, what we do is we just answer questions that you've got. Anything at all that you have questions about business, about Facebook pages, about growing your business, about email marketing, blog marketing, anything at all. Okay, we're good to go. So here is, without further ado, Maria Flynn. Drum roll, please. There she is. So
Good morning.
to the Friday Q&A, Maria. Thanks for being here again.
Well, thank you for hosting. I loved it. I had so much fun last week. It was good.
It was good last week. So Maria's going to explain how this works.
Yes. Today we're taking your questions on anything having to do with your online business, with Facebook, with social media, whatever you've got going on that we can support you with your online presence, with your business. Feel free. You've got both of us for the next 30 minutes to answer your questions. And just put a big Q in the comments along with your question, and I will grab them and we'll put them on the air. And there's one from Vanessa already. I love it. Thank you for being on it, Vanessa. So we'll go ahead and start taking your questions before we kick off the weekend. How's that sound?
Do we have anything to share with anybody? What's been happening? We usually kind of give an update on what's been happening. YDF, what's happening in YDF?
Lots of good stuff.
Yes, because you're coming over to Scotland. Maria's going to be here on Monday. We've just been talking about that just now. So you're going to be coming over to Scotland on Monday, and there's going to be another 22 people we've got coming to Edinburgh on the Thursday. So we meet up for a meal and a drink, or a drink and another drink, and maybe a meal and another drink. Two for you.
And some water in between. We got to stay hydrated.
Yes. Or Maria has to stay hydrated. So that's happening.
Good. There's lots happening. I mean, not only are we meeting in Scotland, we're going to meet with a lot of the YDF Bravehearts, which is exciting. You and I just got done with our business meeting this morning as well, it's always high energy. So many good things that we have prepared, and I can't wait to unfold them for everybody. And the blog for Your Digital Formula, we've got tons of great and new articles over there to get all of those coaches wrapping their head around building a coaching business. And I'm just loving everything that we're doing. Thank you for doing it.
Well, thank you for kind of being you're more like a business partner. I've said that kind of before as well, but it's definitely more like a business kind of relationship there, whereby we're kind of both doing as much as each other. And it is as good, as exciting, and there's loads of stuff kind of going on. We're just getting to prioritize everything and just go, okay, this is what we need to do. This needs to be done. And just because there's so many ideas. But it's brilliant. It's brilliant being in this kind of energetic state all the time. But I love it.
I love it too. I love watching and cheering on those coaches, those people that are out there to, be of service to people. I mean, isn't that just, it's just fun. It's just a fun thing to see them go. I'm grateful to be in this environment. All right, let's kick off these questions. You guys get your questions together. Put them in the comments section with a big Q, and I'll grab them. Let's kick it off with Vanessa. She's asking, I still can't edit my description on my page. How do I follow a live as my page?
Right, so there's two parts to that. I still can't edit my description on page. Vanessa, we had somebody else. Who was it? Somebody else had the same problem as you, because you were on the kind of YDF monthly, and they had the same problem. Who was it?
It was solved. It was about the browser that they were using, and it was updated as well. So for Facebook, it's always best to use Chrome. That seems to solve it. So when you log into Facebook, use Chrome, and you can edit from there. Once we said that over on YDF, actually, one of the Bravehearts came up with the answer.
That's right.
Awesome. This is the brilliance of being a part of the Bravehearts. But yeah, that solved the answer for everybody. And then the second part of that question, what was that? How do I follow a live as my page?
Right, so how do you follow a live as your page? When you say follow a live, how do you mean follow a live, Vanessa? If you could just clarify that, because you can comment as your page. You can just go to the comment section. It'll have a drop down for your profile, and the pages that you are admin of as well. And you can just change that and you can comment as your page. If that's what you mean, that's exactly how you do that. So when you go to make a comment, or when you see your little profile picture on the kind of live and you want to make a comment as a page, you click on that profile drop down and you can go to your page from there and change it to your business page from there and comment as your business page, if that's what you're talking about.
And Vanessa, I find it easier to do this from a laptop versus the iPhone or whatever. If you're watching from a smartphone and you want to operate as your page, when you watch the lives from your laptop, even if you go do that right now, you can test it while you're watching this live. You can see the comments. You'll see your little image with a little drop-down arrow next to your image so that you can pick how you want to show up before you comment. So go check it out. Let's see if that works.
Yeah, check out, just see how it goes.
Yeah. Kathy Baker is asking, Stephen, how useful do you think the Google keyword tool is these days, especially considering our language is evolving? For example, using the keyword soul gifts would not give you a realistic indication of what you're looking for.
Google keyword tool used to be brilliant, and we're talking 5, 6 more than years ago, but they kind of all changed it, and you have to have the Google AdWords account and stuff like that, going through Google AdWords and check it out that way. And it's not as useful as it once was. So the site I would use, Kathy, is a paying site, but you can get some free information there. And it's called ahrefs.com. I'm just going to put it on the screen just now. So it's www.ahrefs.com. And this is a brilliant tool, but I think you can charges up to $179 a month or something like that. So, and that can give you all the keyword tools. You can check on your competitors, what keywords they're using, what websites, and the keywords for particular websites as well. It's an amazing tool to use if you're into blogging, SEO, and everybody should have this, but it's just a bit pricey just now. And there's others out there like that as well, like Ahrefs as well, but that is probably the best one. Have I spelled that right? Yeah, ahrefs.com. And that's probably the best one you can use for SEO, for keyword tool as well. It's just an amazing tool. Check it out. You can use some free stuff on it. So check it out first, and if it's going to be useful, when I think it is going to be useful for you, check that one out as well, Kathy. So I hope that helps.
Can I just stop you for a minute? Everybody who's watching, did you just watch him just roll out a website to you? This happens nearly every week with me, or anytime I have a question for Stephen. He's like, oh, just go to just go to whatever.com. You have these at the tip of your tongue. How do you do that?
Just because I use them, because I have the same questions that like Kathy had. Okay, how do you get to the SEO tools? How do you do keyword stuff? So I'm kind of asking myself these questions every day. So I find out and I test some of them, and I found the good ones, and they just come to me.
What yeah, because you have these websites at the tip of your. I don't know if you even realize that about yourself. I get researching, and I'll end up eventually finding what I'm looking for. But these roll off you're like a walking Google, is what you are. Ask you, and you just deliver the website. Let's see.
I think there was a Kathy from. I seen one. Was it Mary Ann Cunningham?
Margie Tucker is asking, how do I draw people to a new Facebook page?
Right, how do I draw people to a new Facebook page? Right, first of all, the first thing you do when you first set up a Facebook page, presuming we're talking about a business page here, obviously, Margie, the best thing to do is invite your friends and family. So that's the thing to do, just to give it a wee kick up the arse just now, is invite your friends and family to the Facebook page so they can like it, first of all, and then start populating with content. It's never going to happen overnight. It's not, especially nowadays with Facebook, you're not going to get a lot of followers overnight, but the best way to do it to start, friends and family and people that you know, people that you're connected with as well, and then populate it with content, videos, image quotes, do some shares, and then start. I'm hesitant to say this, but I would start advertising, even a small amount, $5, if you're putting up a video, promote that video as well to a specific audience, to the specific audience that you want to promote and you want to have on your page, promoted to that audience. And just do $5 a day or $5 a week, even if you want to do something like that. And that's how I would start off a page just now, Margie, because it is a wee bit harder than it used to be. And promote it in your emails, promote it on your kind of blog if you've got a blog as well. So start promoting it everywhere you've got presence on Instagram. You could put an image up on Instagram or a video on Instagram. You can do it on your YouTube channel, your Twitter channel. Just start promoting it everywhere that you've got this new Facebook page, and it's going to be amazing. So that's how you would kind of promote it straight away.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on all of that. And make sure that the stuff that you're sharing on your page is shareable. I mean, you make a big point about making a page all about me versus all about value. And the things that you're posting on your business page, put yourself in the receiving end. And what are we seeing? What are we receiving? And make sure that it's always valuable and things that are shareable.
I had this conversation as well. Funny enough, I was doing some coaching this week, and there was a couple of people asking about this. So there's so many people doing image quotes in the videos and stuff like that. How do you stand out from the crowd? You've got to develop your own style of creating image quotes. Develop your own style. Like there's a page, Attitude to Inspiration, that's developed its own style. It's black and white, it's women, and it's brilliant quotes. It's amazing. It totally stands out, and they've now got nearly 1 million kind of followers. And I'd started them off when they had about 8,000 kind of followers. And I shared one of their images. It went totally viral, and the page actually blew up. But because they stand out, so make sure you have a style for your images now, particularly now because there's a lot of people doing what we're doing. So have your own style, so they could go and say, okay, that is Vanessa. I can recognize Vanessa's picture there. Or whatever your page name is, like Attitude to Inspiration, I could recognize that. Stephen Aitchison, Maria Flynn, you could recognize a style. So have a particular style in mind as well, and stick to that style. Don't have kind of crappy images in the background, because you're just not going to get anywhere. Have great images, great quotes, have a style, and you'll get there much quicker.
I think that's why branding and the owl made a big difference for me, because how are they going to remember a website? How was I going to have them remember One Wise Life? And so the owl is just people send me owl pictures all the time. They identify with the owl. Yeah. Any way to make yourself stand out. That's true. Fareed is asking, Fareed Shafiq, I hope I pronounced that properly, is asking, I have a group of over 3,000 people. I have been trying to make it more interactive. What would be the best way to do it?
For me, I know you've got a lot of kind of points on this as well, Maria, but for me, ask questions. Ask questions in a group. So once a day you could ask a particular question, or have polls in a group. So people are going to be interested in what you're kind of polling about, or what you're asking about. So ask questions, get people interacting with your posts. And then when your subsequent posts, if you're posting an image or a video or something, then you're going to have more interaction than normal, because you're getting people involved. So you need to think about it. What would get you involved in a group? What would make you participate in a group? And usually it's about asking questions, like Paul Zelizer in the Awarepreneurs group the other day. He asked a question about how useful image quotes were now, or memes were, as a tool for marketing. Now that is dear to my heart, so I kind of answered it straight away after Maria told me about it, actually. So Maria answered first. Maria said, Paul's asking this question, so I jumped on it straight away as well. And that's how you do it. You ask questions and get people involved and find out what they're interested in. If you know what they're interested in, ask questions about that. And then your subsequent posts, videos, image quotes, or whatever that you're putting in there are going to do much better. So that is definitely the way to do it. I don't know what thoughts you have on that, Maria.
I would say to be really, really clear on what the purpose of that group is. I think if you don't have a real clear purpose of what that group is supposed to do, then people don't know what to do with it, and you kind of lose interest. And then be really visible and active yourself in that group, and remind people of what that purpose is. And some ways that I started off doing that is by showing up on a Facebook Live and connecting with that group in that way, and again, verbalizing and emphasizing the purpose of the group and how they can participate to make the group stronger. I encourage them to do their own lives. You can do, I love the questions idea, and I actually try to create a theme thread. So on Thursdays, it's Thankful Thursday. You know, sometimes we do a Q&A, sometimes it's a motivational thing. I have one, because mine's all about personal development. I have one that's called Toss It Tuesday. what no longer serves you. You recognize it's a thought, an idea, and a habit. What is it that's weighing you down? What do you want to let go? And so we make sure that we exchange and we have these conversations. But I definitely think the purpose and you showing up, verbalizing the purpose and how they can participate and expanding that purpose is a big deal. So however you choose to lead the pack is how the pack will participate.
Yep. And doing lives as well, doing live in your group, just for your group as well. That's another good idea as well.
I love that. And my group has said that they love that it's very personal when I go live over there. I should probably do more. Yeah. But one of them referred to it as, we get the VIP when you do the live here on the group page, because it's not the whole, big, massive page. It's just, It's more intimate and it's more fun and you can connect with your tribe. All right. Fareed says, thanks, Maria and Stephen. It's about promoting peace and interfaith relation.
Excellent.
Beautiful. I bet it's a very peaceful place to be. Make it peaceful for them even more so. How can they show up peacefully? What are some things that they can do to bring more peace into their life? I love that. Yeah. Who doesn't want more peace in their life? Me. Hey, Jeff Adams is here. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. How you doing, buddy?
Let's see. All right. Again, if you've got questions, put a big Q in the comment section and we'll grab the question and answer them for you. Again, you can ask anything that you want to ask about with regard to Facebook, with regard to your online business, with email marketing, anything. All right. And so while we're waiting for those, he's doing great. Thank you, Jeff Adams. I'm glad you're doing great. Nice to see you. I'm enjoying your show over there on CYT as well. You're doing an awesome job.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got a great vibe online.
Yeah, Jeff's got a really good vibe online. He's got obviously a lot of experience as a producer and as well as a presenter as well. And he's kind of one to watch as well. He's got a kind of show on the CYT page and he's doing really well kind of on his lives on that. And we're kind of in talks just now about doing something else possibly. I know we've got loads kind of going on, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. But Jeff is definitely somebody to kind of watch, and he's got TV quality shows as well as kind of using his phone as well. So he does two different kind of shows.
Oh, cool.
Which is really good. Yeah, it's quite cool.
Very cool. Yeah, I liked your show. Well, of course, I globbed on to Jeff when he did the interview with you over on YDFLive, which was really good. It's awesome. It's awesome to see that kind of energy and high vibrating energy online.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. So while my questions are stuck or my comments are stuck, so I'm going to refresh. Always fun with Facebook.
I think mine is the same just now. Yeah, so if you've got any questions at all about online business, about Facebook, about email marketing, blog marketing, any type of marketing that you can think of, just give us a wee shout. If you've got an idea for a business or something like that, just give us a wee shout. Ask the put a capital Q question, and then we'll get to you as quick as possible. But I think the Facebook comments have stuck.
Yeah, and I saw Vanessa was following up with the fact that she said that she's on an iPad right now. And yeah, when you're working with Facebook and you're using it on your phone, from your iPad, any kind of mobile device, and then from the laptop, I can use Facebook on any of those devices to use and read the news feed. But when I'm operating as a business, I have found my safest bet always has been from the laptop. I can just manage it so much better. And obviously in using Chrome to do that as well. Vanessa's saying, sorry about this question. I'm on the iPad. How do I comment from my page? I can't find the drop down. Yeah, I think I just answered that before you asked the question, Vanessa. You need to get on see that? We're connecting. You need to get on your laptop. You can't use the Facebook app the same way on every mobile device. And if you want to show up as your business, the laptop is your best bet, I think, and using Chrome to do it for sure. How frustrating. I'm so sorry. I wish it was the same all the way
that's
through.
A pain in the arse.
I love my mobile device. I love my phone. I really do. It's a smartphone and it does help me stay smarter. And I also think it's probably the most expensive flashlight I own because that's really how I use it most. It lights up the way, right? Yeah. Because nobody gets up at the crack acid dawn the way I do, so I have to use it as my little flashlight. Okay.
We were talking as well, just as an aside, Maria, we were talking about kind of the way Facebook's going.
Yeah.
Just now we're talking about TV. And this is it's just when Jeff came on there as well, we've had a discussion as well about this and the way Facebook are going. And we were talking about being like TV kind of show quality stuff as well. That's why it's so important to do kind of good live shows, not just on your camera, but when you're doing it on your camera, that's brilliant because you're really interacting. It's really kind of down to earth and stuff like that as well. But having kind of higher quality kind of shows as well that you can do from an HD camera, for example. I think that's the way it's going to go. And we were talking about this and how we can kind of utilize this as well. That was part of a business discussion. And I just think it's an interesting thing that's happening just now with Facebook. I think they're going to get into, it's going to be like a media company almost.
I think it already is.
Yeah, it is already.
I think it is. And I can't get, I'm very struck by not just the fact that it's moving in that direction, Stephen, but for me, it's the psychological thing that I'm seeing about how people want to see TV now, or how they're choosing to watch what they want to watch. And they don't have to wait for TV or wait for their show to come on. Now they can really subscribe to what it is that they want to watch and participate. There's a whole different psychology in this when you're doing a live show, just like we're doing now with the Q&A. You're getting us real and live. If I'm falling off my chair in the next 2 seconds, you get to be a part of me falling off the chair. And there's something connective about that, something that you don't want to miss. I'm really intrigued by the psychology behind the live TV, and I don't think Facebook will be the only way we're going to be doing lives. I think we're going to see that everywhere.
Yeah, I think that is really coming out. And Apple are kind of leading the way with that as well. And just interesting things that are going on in Apple, whereby it's just an interesting thought whereby we could have our own channels on Apple TV, for example. And it's just a kind of an inclination or an idea of where they're actually taking this. And I think Facebook are going to be doing it big time. I think they're going to put a lot of money into that. Apple, I think, are going to be kind of leading the way as well with that. But the idea that we could have our own kind of TV channel would be is quite exciting to see where it's going.
It's an evolution is what it is. And we can't run from it. We can't hide from it. We can't be afraid of it either. Much like, I don't know how it is in Europe, but here in the United States, to find a house without a microwave is unusual. I'm one of them, but just because I think microwaves are bad for you. But everybody owns a microwave. Like, that's just an extension of who you are. A smartphone is an extension of who you are. How you're running a business now, I think, has to have this component of being that media company. You've written about this, about being a media company, about using video and showing up. There has to be this other digital media component. And if you're not showing up that way, I have a feeling that would be detrimental to your business in the long run.
I think so as well, because we're all media companies at the end of the day. If you've got a product, if you've got a service, if you've got a company, if you've got a brand, it doesn't matter. You are a media company. This is why you're on social media. Yeah. You might not see yourself as a media company, but you are a media company. If you're on social media, you're a media company. So you have to view yourself or view your business through a media company's eyes. And we're not saying here that you have to be in front of the camera, because it might not be for everybody. We're not saying that you have to be in front of the camera, but you can still make great quality videos for your brand, for your company, for your products, or inspirational kind of videos and stuff like that, which still makes you a media company. So try and look at your business through a media company's eyes and ask the question, what would they do? What would a media company do to get in front of more people? Because that's ultimately what we're trying to do here. Yeah. And that's what we're trying to teach at YDF. Well, we are teaching that at YDF, exactly how to get in front of more people and build up your platform. But think of yourselves now as a media company. I've been saying that for kind of months, as you said, Maria.
You've been saying that. No, you've actually been saying that for a very long time. I mean, one of the benefits of being part of Your Digital Formula and being a part of your program and that network is that you keep us ahead of the curve in terms of what's happening digitally and online, and specifically with Facebook. And I'll never forget, I had just joined, I had become a member, and within those first few months, you kept talking about video. You kept educating us on what's happening with video. And then you posted the challenge for all of us to get past ourselves and get in front of a camera and start just trying, and just you challenged us to do it just to keep us ahead of the curve. And how many of those brave hearts have shows now and have weekly shows? And I mean, it's turned into something and evolved into something greater for all of them individually. I mean, some of us can't miss some of those shows, and they I mean, our followers are setting their calendars or setting their alarm clocks to not miss it. They're watching it the way they're watching any news program in the morning. So good stuff. If you've been thinking about YDF, I'm telling you, best investment I ever made. It really is, Stephen. Lori Emmett's asking a question. She says, I want to experiment with creating videos of the celebrity inspirational speech type. Do you have any tips for ways not to fail foul of copyright laws? I know you can use a certain percentage of YouTube videos, for example, but how safe do you think this is to do? Good question.
Laurie, it is a real good question. It's something I've thought about before as well, but I didn't want to fall foul of that, just like you're asking there as well. But it's a great area with YouTube, because they've got this thing on YouTube where it says you can use a certain percentage. They don't give a specific amount of percentage, but as long as you're kind of going to change the video in some way. So if you take somebody's speech, say it was Will Smith and it was an inspirational speech from Will Smith, so he's got a half-hour speech or something, you can use parts of that, segments of it, and then to change it in some way, what you can do is you can add kind of subtitles for it as well. Then you can add music, and then you can add something else as well, with kind of overlay it with inspirational images, for example. That is okay to do that. There's no problem with doing that. But I still think that the likes of Will Smith could say, that's my video. I want you to take it down. So they could go to Facebook and say, that's my video. I want you to take it down. I'm always kind of a little bit, and it's not me at all, I usually just go for it, but I'm just a little bit weary of that, because Facebook could kind of penalise you for that. But there's loads of Goldcast do it amazingly well, and I kind of looked at that last year. I thought I should be doing stuff like this, because it's really great videos they produce. But I've always kind of thought, okay, how am I going to get around this? And I think it would be okay to do, and I think it'd be okay to test one, and then just test some more and keep testing. And as long as you're changing the content in some way, that's one of the kind of rules to do it. And you're not using too much of the video, you're not fully using the full half hour or something, or the half hour speech or whatever it is, then I think it's okay to do it. I've just never got around to doing it yet. But great question, Laurie.
Yeah. Who else do we have in the house? Jen Atkinson. Hello, good morning, Jen. She says, I don't think you can see me this morning. I see you. I saw the comment. Did we miss a question? Let me go through this very quickly. I hope we didn't miss your question. Let's see. I don't see it. Do you see it, Stephen?
No, I can't see either. So we see you now, Jen. We see you now.
Post the question again if I missed it. Post the question again. Let's see. All right. Well, I'll wait just a few seconds. All right, we're closing in on the 30 minutes too.
Is that 30 minutes already?
Pretty much.
Wow.
It's 8:31.
Tracy Wellman is saying, be careful of using other materials, copyright laws. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Tracy. So there's certain rules within the copyright laws that say you can use a portion of them, kind of some materials, as long as you kind of change the video in some way. That could be adding subtitles, adding different music, adding different images there as well. So it should be okay under the kind of YouTube rules anyway. So there shouldn't be a problem there. It takes time as well to do stuff like this.
Yeah, it does. I'm going to spring something on you, Stephen.
Oh.
Let's see. So I'm thinking, if we're going to be doing the Q&A every week, how about if we end the show with a tip? A tip they can take away from.
Okay. Have you got a tip?
I do. I do.
Excellent. We can end the show with a tip then.
No, I do. Because we've been writing a lot for the blog. So I want to highlight some things that I think are really important. And today's tip, I would say, we talked about the cell phone and we kind of made fun a little bit about the cell phone. But I really want to leave this with everybody before we say goodbye. And that is, more than 80% of people seeing your information is being seen through this little beauty here, the iPhone. So as you're putting your blogs together, as you're putting your images together, consider the tiny little screen they're looking at.
Yeah.
That's my tip of the week.
I think that's a good tip as well. And kind of you'd written earlier on in the week about viewing emails through a smartphone as well.
Yeah.
And that's why using images and things like that as well. That's a really good kind of point that you made there as well.
Yeah. We'll share, why don't we share that blog with everybody?
Yeah.
We'll share that blog so that everybody can get more than just that one tip. But you're going to be seeing a lot more information like this coming through in the YDF blog, and I'm super excited. Good stuff coming your way. So for all those coaches in the audience, you're going to love everything that we have coming for you. And oh, thank you. That was fast. You grabbed that fast, Stephen.
Yes, I've got it. I'm on it. I'm on the ball.
All right, guys. That's the end. We've been on here for 30 minutes. And Jen, I didn't see your question come up, so I'm guessing I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, she said she'll repost it, but it's not come up yet. So I think we're going to have to leave it there, Jen. Unless you post it within the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. No.
You can PM me, Jen. I know you're a brave heart over there on YDF, and I'm here to support the brave heart. So by all means, you can PM me, and hopefully we can answer that question for you. But we'll be back next Friday taking your questions again.
Yes, we will. So all it is left for me to say is thank you so much for showing up for myself and Maria for the Q&A. And whatever you're doing over the weekend, have a brilliant weekend. And until next week, namaste. Take care.
Namaste. Bye-bye, everybody.